Good morning from Hamilton. We are at the Plumbing Center today. We always have such an informative time when we're here, and I'm being joined by Jeff, who's a representative by the House of Roll. Good to see you again, Jeff.
Yeah, you too.
Today we are going to be talking about sinks, bathtubs, faucets, all the different lines that you guys carry. This is always such an experience when we come here because there is so much to choose from.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I mean, right now we're standing in front of our beautiful kitchen sink. This is made by Shaw's, and really when it comes down to the kitchen sinks, there's a whole bunch of different materials that you can choose from. So kitchen sinks being an entire category full of different materials, right?
Yeah.
So this sink by Shaw's is made out of fire clay. Some people, when they're renovating their kitchen right now, there's all sorts of decisions that need to be made.
Oh, there's
right?
so many decisions.
There's all sorts of decisions like the materials that the sink is made out of, the countertops, the hardware, the faucets. There's so many
little
different things. Yeah, whether you want a sprayer, whether you want a single hole, whether you want a bridge faucet, right? So we try to give that homeowner, that designer, really as many options as they possibly can have when picking that kitchen decor that they want. Now, the kitchen is the most important place in the house, as you know, right?
Yep.
You're
the party room.
Having guests over, you're bringing people in, and it's usually the heart of the home, which I mean, it's where everybody kind of gets together, and it's the first thing that people see. So you want to make sure not only do you have a beautiful kitchen sink that you're seeing, but you have something that lasts a very, very long time, right? So fire clay, which we're looking at here, which is this beautifully white, shiny sink, fire clay is an extremely durable material. These are made by hand, and this company's been around since 1897.
Wow.
Right? A long time.
Yeah.
So they've been doing it to perfection for over 125 years.
And it takes them 2 to 3 weeks, and the person who makes the sink, because it's all handmade, they actually put their stamp on it.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful connection between the manufacturer and that homeowner, right? So when we say like it's that wow factor. It's that show. It's something that you just want to show off in your house. But not only that, you use a kitchen sink more than anything else in your entire house.
You're making me like change all of my like renovating decisions right now.
You need something that is going to test or it's going to last the
test of time.
Yeah, the test of time.
Yeah.
You got it, right? So these things are so durable. They're actually quite heavy. They're very thick. But anything that you put in this sink or you threw in this sink is going to break before the actual sink. So they're extremely durable, okay? You have all sorts of accessories that you can put inside, like grids on the bottom, which I love. I think it obviously, allows the water to go underneath the dishes, and it, kind of protects the bottom of the sink.
Well, and it protects your dishes too, because this isn't something that you want to mess around with. That's a hard material.
Absolutely. So as we said, this is handmade. The maker who makes this sink stamps his or her name right on the bottom of it. So it's that beautiful connection. But these things have been found in 100-year-old homes in England. They're manufactured in England today, and just an absolutely stunning piece that you're going to have in your home, and you're going to have it in there forever.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
And it's a good story piece too. I love that.
Absolutely.
Okay, we've got so much more coming up on Morning Line. We're going to talk about the faucets. We're going to talk about bathtubs. We're going to talk about all sorts of stuff. So make sure you stay with us from the Plumbing Center today. Back at the Plumbing Center, it is the 30th anniversary of the House of Roll. And Jeff, you guys have so many different brands underneath your umbrella, right? We've got stuff that very, very luxurious, a little bit more budget friendly.
Yes.
And then you've kind of got a mixture of both, budget friendly luxury. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually the 30th anniversary of Riobel. Riobel being our Canadian company, something that we're extremely proud of here in Canada. It is obviously right now, times can be tough with the economy and so on, what we're seeing out there. So if you are on a budget, Riobel is where you're going to start. Okay. And Riobel is just one of those brands that it's for that everyday person, potentially on a budget. I mean, it's obviously extremely high-end products.
It is.
But what we like to call Riobel is really affordable luxury.
Love that.
And there's so many things, as you can see right here, to choose from. As you can see, there's all sorts of different finishes and styles. Riobel really stands within that transitional and modern side of things. When you're looking at your house, extremely durable, will last forever. The finishes will never change. And if you have kids, if it's an area where things are going to be played with a lot, or you're going to have maybe rental units or anything like that, Rebel is where you kind of want to start.
Okay, now how do I decide on finishes? Because there are so many different choices.
Absolutely. Well, whether it's finishes, it's shapes of shower heads, it's the sizes, it's really either, it's up to the homeowner, it's up to the designer, it's what they want to choose from. With Rebel, we try to make everything very simplistic, okay? So we don't have a crazy amount of things, really some gold, black, and silver finishes. But here, it's really all about the colors that are going to go in your bathroom, right? So what you like, whether it's something shiny, whether it's something a little bit more matte, or even if you want to get into the black finishes, a little bit more modern, right?
Yeah, I kind of like the black finishes. They really stand out. Like they've got a really good look to them.
Absolutely. You have things like levers or cross handles that you can choose from, different shapes of spouts. You have the entire variety all within that same type of price point that are going to make your, keep your wallet happy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do know what you mean for sure. Now, 30th anniversary, that's a big deal, and you guys have like a special collection for that.
Absolutely. So we're extremely, proud and happy. Rebel has been around for a long time. We have this brand new collection here,
right?
It's called the Authentica. Now, this is a streamlined design. This is designed by our in-house designer from Montreal named Evelyn Samard. And this is more of a transitional industrial design. So what we did is we kind of put homage to the old Rebel lines and everything that we've done over the last 30 years. And we've integrated it into this faucet and this whole faucet family.
Very nice.
So as you can see, we've also taken some of the trends that you're seeing now in our industry and tying it together with what we've seen in the past. And we're extremely proud of this line. We feel it's going to be extremely successful and something that we're really, really taking into consideration when launching out in the community.
Tons of different finishes. I mean, the options are endless here at the Plumbing Center. Come on in, say hi to them. They will get you fitted for the best shower, the best type of faucet. Coming up, we're going to be discussing bathtubs. You don't want to miss it. All I'm missing is a pillow and a glass of champagne. I'm in a tub at the Plumbing Center. And the reason why I'm in a tub is because I was talking to Jeff a little bit off camera, and Jeff said, Emily, you have to get in the tub to know if you like the tub. So as a homeowner, if you are looking for a brand new bathtub, you have to come and you have to try it. You have to see if it fits you. See if it fits your space, if it fits your design. But there are a couple of things special about this tub. And Jeff, where's the overflow thing? So when I'm lying here and relaxing with my eyes closed, my bathtub is filling up. How do I know that it's not going to overflow?
Well, great question. This has a overflow protection in this tub built into this drain. It's called an IntelliDrain system, patented by us, V&A, Victorian
Well, I should
Albert.
probably move so you can see it.
Yeah, well, in this bathtub,
Here it is.
Typically,
Ta-da!
bathtubs are all going to have an overflow, either at the top and the center or the top and the end.
Yeah.
Okay? So what we have patented by us is something called an IntelliDrain system that goes right in your regular drain. Now, aesthetically, that makes the bathtub a little bit nicer looking, so it's cleaner.
Yep.
Okay, now what happens is if you fill up your bathtub, you turn on your tub filler, the water will continue to rise and rise and rise. Now, as that water rises, the pressure will build inside this bathtub.
Right.
Once the pressure, the PSI, reaches a certain level, that drain automatically starts to open.
What if you're sitting on it?
If you're sitting on it, yeah, probably wouldn't open.
These are practical questions, Jeff.
Absolutely. But it actually lowers, so you would be fine.
Oh, it doesn't pop up.
It doesn't pop
down.
up. It actually lowers.
Smart.
Okay, so the idea behind this is really overflow protection. Like if you were to turn on your bathtub and walk away, your tub will never overflow.
Interesting.
While giving you that aesthetically pleasing look.
Yeah, it's
a
beautiful.
really, really cool technology. It's all built with pressure and a magnet built into that drain at the bottom. So you can do that on all of our tubs. You can either have one with an overflow or without an overflow, but it's an amazing feature. It's completely CSA approved for any type of project that you would want.
Okay, let's talk about the color of the tub, because you don't often see bathtubs with color.
Yeah, absolutely. We have so many different colors that you can choose from, over 200 different colors.
Wow.
We have, everything from matte finishes to gloss finishes and all sorts of different colors to choose from. As you can see here, we have, beautiful blues and blacks and grays where Emily is sitting. So it's just the option.
I could go for hot pink if I wanted to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Color is personality. It brings a huge touch, a wow factor to the bedroom or the bathroom. It's just an amazing factor that we can add to our bathtubs to just make them that much more amazing.
And real quick, I know that this is made out of something really special that actually keeps it warmer.
Absolutely. Can you feel the tub right now, how warm it is?
Yeah.
So it has thermal capabilities, allowing that bathtub to take on the temperature of the room, right? So one thing that people do when they get into bathtubs, especially acrylic tubs or cast iron tubs.
It's freezing.
Yeah, you get like a cold shock when you're sitting in the bathtub. These will take on the temperature of the room, but not only that, it's kind of like a thermos with the top off, so it keeps the water hotter for a longer period of time while you're having a bath.
So smart, because if you're like me, you spend a long time in there, and then you end up having to open the tap again and heat it up.
Right on, yeah. You can have backrests, you can have places to put your champagne as you need when you're having a bath, right? So
the accessories are endless.
Yeah.
Okay, well, coming up, we continue our tour of the plumbing center. We're going to be talking more, some more faucets. We're going to look at some more of the options that they have here. So make sure you stay with us on Morning Live. Okay, we've moved on to some different faucets for your bathroom. Now, Jeff off air just said to me something that I really kind of resonated with. The faucets in your home are like the jewelry of your home. Now, if you were to come into my home, Jeff, because I'm in the middle of a renovation, my home would scream retro 80s costume jewelry.
I like it, yeah.
It's not okay. But I have so many options if I wanted to go maybe a little higher end. Because if this is my forever home and I'm wanting to spend, you know, a good investment into my home, this is kind of where I would check out.
Yeah, so you got to come down here. You got to see these things. You got to see all the different faucets. You got to see the textures, the different designs that go into it. But for yourself, right? If you're renovating your home, a lot of the time a designer is going to help you out with that.
Of course.
That sort of decision, right? There's a lot of decisions that need to be made when it comes to colors and textures, and they kind of piece everything together for you. They put together sort of a mood board, and then whether it's the flooring and it's the cabinetry, it's the the countertops, etc. But even for a homeowner, right? There's always little things that tie in what the designer can help. A designer is always going to look at you and your home and the history of yourself and your family, and they're going to tie in some things. So the amount of variety we have here it's so advantageous to you and a designer, right? Because all of these faucets have different stories and inspiration that go behind them. As you can see with the wheel, that faucet's manufactured in Italy. It's based upon a lock system that brings water into the village, and that's kind of the inspiration behind that faucet. Right? And then that finish might be something that you're looking for based on the color palette of your home or your bathroom, right? So each one of these stories that come to light with you and the designer, it might come to play and something just pops out at you here. So the advantage of House of Roll is the amount of variety that we have, the amount of finishes, styles, textures, everything that goes into our brand is here and available for you to look at and allows you to kind of make that right decision. Okay, so we're talking about all the different types of finishings. Aaron, show how many types of finishings we have. Like, it is endless. I don't know how people can decide. There's like 19 different colors of gold. Absolutely. Well, again, there's some that are brushed, there's some that are shiny, whether you want black, gold, chrome, polished nickel, etc. The designer is really going to help you out with that. So not only do we recommend going with the designer, but allowing them to kind of guide you in that direction, right? So sometimes you could be indecisive, as I'm sure you are when renovating your home. Yeah, absolutely. I am the worst. So this allows you to kind of look at everything all on one palette. Yeah. Kind of like a color palette when you're going in and painting your house. Or like a dream board in my case. Exactly. And you get to kind of see everything. So as you can see here, these are all the different finishes that are available. And you get to come in and kind of take a look. Now, not only is it finishes, but sometimes it's design categories. And features. Right. In your home, you might want something more traditional. You might want something more transitional, which is in between modern and traditional, or something modern, right? So it allows you to kind of look at everything all behind the scenes. You kind of take a look, and it allows you to guide yourself in the right direction, right? So the fact that we have so many different options is the best part about House of Roll. Amazing. Okay, well, thank you so much for hanging out with us today, giving us all of these amazing options. And if you want more information on the Plumbing Center or any of the faucets or bathtubs that you saw here today, just head to our website at chch.com.